Welcome back. You're watching Focus on Africa. To Cameroon now, where authorities have begun clamping down on vendors selling locally made pastries after 2 children died on Tuesday from suspected food poisoning. Now, the outbreak had affected 99 children. And out of the more than 100 people who are hospitalized, a majority have been discharged. Well, this incident happened in Douala, which is Cameroon's largest city and its economic hub. Police are questioning the vendor who sold the biscuits after he turned himself in yesterday. This is the first time that deaths from suspected food poisoning have been reported in the country. But locals there have raised concerns over the growing number of vendors selling snacks in unregistered shops. A significant portion of these small enterprises do not register with the local municipalities and tax authorities. Many sell food items kept in unhygienic conditions, while others procure substandard products from unregistered manufacturers that do not adhere to existing regulations. Well, in January this year, roadside vendors were banned due to food safety standards. Okay. Well, we are now joined by the BBC's Komla Adom in Accra, who's been following the story closely and can give us more updates. Komla, good to see you and thank you for your time on this. Maybe you could begin by updating us on the situation of those who were hospitalized. What more can you tell us about them at this time?
Waiga, hospital authorities have told us that the majority of the individuals who were hospitalized have now been discharged. In fact, as of yesterday, the 85 persons who were still on admission had been treated and let go. Now, as we speak, we understand there are 6 remaining individuals whose cases were a bit critical at the Le Quintin hospital. And out of the 6, 1 of them remains critical. We are told that this individual, a 19-year-old, was in ICU but has since been stabilized.
Well, Komla, this is not the first incident regarding Cameroon's informal food economy and questions about the sanitary conditions there or food sector. What more can you tell us about what's been happening in the past, even prior to this latest incident?
In fact, sometime in February 2024, 3 children died in Yaoundé. August 2024, another 6 individuals, young people, of course, died in the Western region area. In fact, we are told by local media that on the day of this particular incident, there was a similar incident in the Western region area of the country where 3 children also died and 2 others were hospitalized. So it appears there is a challenge with these insanitary conditions related to street food vendors in the country, which authorities and public health officials have been concerned about for a very long time. Some of the cautions they have been giving to the locals and residents, for example, is that they should consume hot foods. They should also not patronize some of these street vendors, especially those who are having insanitary conditions or selling under unhygienic conditions. And also, they have told them that they should not eat foods that they are not familiar with as precautionary measures, because as things stand, the issue of street vendors looks to be a canker that municipal authorities and local authorities are struggling to deal with.
Do you have any sense of what sort of investigations will take place regarding this latest incident? Who will be held liable for? And those held liable, for example, could there be punishments?
Typically, when these incidents occur, the police go in, they invite these individuals, they put them before court. In fact, sanctions are exerted on some of the individuals, but there's not been any recent prison terms, for example, for persons who are found to have flouted local laws when it comes to hygiene practices and also selling on the shoulders of the streets and occupying some of the city centers. So for this particular incident, we understand the police have already begun investigating. They have moved in to shut this particular shop and seized a bag load of biscuits that were in this particular bungalow, which is reported to have caused this particular incident. But it remains to be seen if any further sanctions will be exacted from this point, whether individuals will be held liable, whether this individual will be, for example, fined, or what more, we do not know.